Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and hey, it is Thanksgiving Day here in America. That means it's time for all the trappings that go along with that. It's time for turkey, it's time for potatoes, it's time for sweet potatoes, it's time for stuffing, it's, all that. It's feast day. And I figure what better way to celebrate than by putting up a little Wizard of Legend feast. Now, Wizard of Legend 2, of course, is not exactly fully feature complete yet, so I can't really start doing tons and tons of builds about Wizard of Legend 2. But, of course, Wizard of Legend 1 is feature complete, and therefore there's plenty that we can do with this game. So, I think this is a good time to just sit down and talk about some of the things that have been going on lately. But first, let's get ourselves a build here. Now, I'm not exactly 100% sure what I want to do. All I know is that I was going to do one ranged build and one melee-focused build. That's as far as I had thought this through. So, let's go ahead and grab the Venture Robe. Make things a little interesting. That health penalty is... Well, I mean, you would think it would be a big deal, but we're going to do our best to make sure that that's not going to be a big problem. With a big old beam, our friendly neighborhood horsies, and let's see... Probably... Oh, what seems like the best dash to use? Something that'll... I mean, Thunderline is about the best defensive option out there, but I just used that, so we're gonna use Wavefront. And there we go. Now, is this really what one would call ranged focus? Not really. Not in a traditional sense, but I think it works for my case. And it embodies one of the things that I really love about how this game works, which is so many different ways to play it. It's one of the things I love about this game. It's one of the things I love about Elden Ring. It's like there's really no wrong way to enjoy this game. So long as you're okay with the idea that it's just a big old roguelite mess. And when I say mess, I just mean, like any roguelite game, there's going to be a lot that happens that you have to essentially react to. Because you are always going to be facing down something just a little different. And speaking of which, we've got Atlas on level 3, so we are in for some trouble. Oh my god, this first room is just devastating. God damn, I almost died from the first room. Boy, that should tell you a lot about how this run is gonna go. Oh, hey, look at that. So, to put things in a little bit more context, what's been going on lately? How come I haven't posted anything over the last few days? Very simply put, been busy. Been preparing for the holidays, been working a series of unusual shifts that have not giving me a lot of time to really do anything. Like, it's not exactly been my choice to be like, screw those guys. Besides, y'all know I wouldn't do that. No, it's just... It's just been a rough few days, that's all. Working early and then not having a lot of time at night to do any recording or uploading. Like, I know it's annoying, but hopefully y'all can forgive me my transgressions. Okay, I think we grabbed that and that. Pardon me. Alright, so let's finish exploring the map, because I want to make sure I'm moving on to the next floor with as much gold as possible. Also, yes, I was very much aware of the danger I was putting myself in by taking the Venture Robe, but do I think it's worth it? Oh yeah, absolutely. That run speed, that damage bonus, the cooldown bonus. Like, that's the thing. It's high risk, but it's also high reward. I just now have to make sure that I focus the rest of this run on essentially taking things that are either going to control or are going to be good for long range. Though I do feel like Wavefront was probably the wrong choice. Like, even if it does make this build very similar to the last build I did, I probably should have stuck with Thunderline. And the reason why I didn't use Dr. Song's services is simple. I didn't want to give up these stalwart defenders, and there wasn't another option to really go with without giving them up, so oh well, I'll just have to deal. Though admittedly, playing this build now, it's more of a balanced build. So, I mean, I guess take that for what it's worth. Yeah, that's not gonna help. Oh, whatever, it's a freebie, we'll use it for now. Yeah! So, I know Thanksgiving is a traditionally American holiday, celebrated in a traditionally American way. But I am curious, what do y'all do for Thanksgiving, if anything? Like, do you use it as an excuse to just have a big old gigantic fuck-off feast? Do you... Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Do you use it just as an excuse to get together with friends and family and just enjoy a nice chill day? Which, by the way, if that's what you do, don't let anyone throw any shade at you for not, like, having some big party or something. You enjoy your time the way you want to, and don't let anyone tell you different. It seems like there's always someone out there telling you, no, you're doing it wrong. It's like, how? Because you're just enjoying your time? Because you're doing things that make you happy? Like who's to say that you have to follow any sort of norm? Just enjoy your time. And I kind of feel like I'm preaching to the choir on that one, but... There we go. Now it's beginning to feel a lot like Christmas. And what? Oh yeah, taffy. Beautiful. I don't know how much I care for that, but hey, if we find the adorable Mimic, at least we have something to give it. Alright, just wanted to remind myself of what I'd picked up. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was stupid. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Not Shearing Chain. It's not bad, don't get me wrong. It's not really relevant to this build. I love the Stalwart Defender so much. Y'all already know this. You know it's one of my favorites. There's really no point in banging on about it because I've already said so much about these sweet, lovely little horsies. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted to happen there. Nope, we're not taking the oversized needle. This is the wrong run for it. Now, for those of you that are unaware, Thanksgiving is a day that's celebrated as a sort of essentially history lesson. As the whole thing that it's celebrating is the is essentially the Native Americans and, you know, the colonizers sharing, you know, breaking bread and, you know, coming together that way, which... Seasonal suitcase? What? Which a lot of people will already say, there was a lot to that wasn't very wholesome, and yes, you're right, but it is still a part of our history, and whereas it being a part of our history doesn't necessarily make it right, it's still worth remembering. If for no other reason than, you know, so that we can have lessons moving forward. And after all, that's what history is supposed to be, right? Is a way to help us move forward into the future in a better way. Seems so often that we forget what history is supposed to be, and instead of learning from it, we spend so much of our time trying to rewrite it. You know, not throwing shade. Okay, I kind of am, but you get the idea. But the obvious thing that Thanksgiving is supposed to be Oops, I thought for some reason I was giving him Dragon Dive. Well, this run just changed. Because I'm certainly not going to go back and... restart it just because I gave up the Stalwart Defenders. We're just going to have to take this in a new direction. Somehow I knew that was going to happen. Oh well. Mistakes happen, not a big deal. We move on from it. So as I was saying, the day isn't supposed to be about reminding us of the colonizers' treatment of the Native Americans, even though, again, that kind of hangs over the whole thing like a nasty hangnail. It's supposed to be how the day is supposed to be about how we give thanks for what we have and the amount of appreciation we have for the things we have in our lives. Now, like I said, that doesn't mean that we ignore the bad treatment of the Native Americans. It means that we take it as a means by which to learn and grow as people. Like I said, that's what history is supposed to be. The lessons of the past should not be lost on us just because, you know, reasons. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of Whirling Tornado. I just don't care. I don't even care if I end up using Fractal Flare or not. I just don't care about Whirling Tornado. There we go. We have the power of a shonen hero but the constitution of a piece of notebook paper. And honestly, would you have it any other way? Like, and that's another thing when I'm designing D&D characters and I'm designing a wizard. Normally, when you're designing a wizard, you're very okay with the idea that you're essentially designing a glass cannon. There's nothing wrong with that. Because what a lot of people forget is that some of the best D&D characters out there have weaknesses. And it's not a bad thing to have a weakness. What's a bad thing is to have only weaknesses. Like, some people take having your characters have flaws and really make that their character's entire defining trait. It's like, no, it's not supposed to be oops, all flaws. You want your character to have a couple of flaws and maybe like a storyline points that they need to work out, just because that's how good characters work. But if your character is only flaws, then you've learned the wrong lesson. Grab that. Yay! My man got Kamehameha'd into oblivion! Alright, I don't know what I'm thinking I'm going to find there. It's not the absorption coil, so who cares? Already done that. Alright, yeah, we're moving on. I'm just being paranoid, thinking that I'm missing out on something. Eh. That's right, you stink! Alright, now the horrifying level. This is the level where all the confidence and bravado gets melted away and I just stare longingly at the days when I could just mindlessly throw out spells and go, yeah, you don't stand a chance! And instead what I'll do is mindlessly throw out spells while tiptoeing around things like a... Like, I didn't say that my playstyle would change, just my feelings about my playstyle would change. Now, if you just heard me say that and then go, but Dark Sage, it looks like you're playing way more carefully. What do you mean your playstyle isn't changing? Then congratulations, you just solved the puzzle. Of course I'm changing my playstyle a bit. I'm trying to be a little bit less reckless in a very dangerous stage. Like, I may be strong, but remember what I said earlier about having the constitution of a piece of flypaper? Yeah, that's still very much a thing. Like, that hasn't changed. My maximum health is still 300, so... If I get caught by even a single instance of that, like, vine trap, then I'm doomed. So... I need to be very sure that I'm making the correct moves and taking things on from a healthy, respectable distance. I see 2 relics here that I want, so we're going to drop that. And it's been with me from the beginning. I can't just drop that. I can drop that, though. Yep, all I have to do is get hit by one toxic bola, and that might be it for the entire run, so... Yes, of course I'm going to play a bit more carefully. Oh, sorry, Iris. I'm glad you can't fight the NPCs in this game, because otherwise I think she would just kick my ass. Jeez, Darksage, just attacking your friends like that? It's disgraceful. Now see, in situations like that, you have to ask yourself, what would Uncle Iroh do? Oh, you thought I was gonna say some other guy. No. I forget what that does. Is it gonna help me in the moment? Probably not. Screw it. Move on. And you can use that as a good baseline for, you know, all your major life decisions. What would Uncle Iroh do? If your answer is sit there and drink tea... Oh. Okay, hold on. But yeah, if your answer is sit there and drink tea, then clearly you don't know Uncle Iroh very well. This man can do a lot more than just drink tea. Oh, hey guys, I can give myself even less health. Like, that seems like a really stupid thing to do, considering I've already got less health than usual, but I could give myself even less. Oh, hey. That's mostly for completion's sake. Like I said, I'm probably not even going to use Fractal Flare. No, no Toxic Bowl is free. Oh, Jesus. That is a wall of Dark Flame. Ow. How dare you. Okay, so I think we get rid of that now to adopt the fairy. Here's the boss room! Yay! Is there any reason to keep exploring? I think I'm just gonna call it good. Beautifully done, old friend. No. It's tempting, but no. That just seems like a recipe for disaster. And we've all heard the phrase being knocked out by a stiff wind, but I'm already at that level. I take that glass cannon and it won't even be a stiff wind, it'll just be a flaccid gust. I like Earthquake Axe, but I think I'm good with what I have. Will you go away already? Christ, how much damage can you take? See, what I'm expecting now is for someone to go to the wiki and be like, okay, Dark Sage, here's the Macho Ghoul's maximum HP. Ooh, fairy adoption. Nothing else even matters. And I think we're good. Beautiful. Alright. And we're gonna cheese this and let's Frost Fan come back. And just go blah! Hey, come up here. Thank you, Water Cushion. And there we go, first victory of the day. But it wouldn't be Thanksgiving if I didn't give you guys a little bit to feast on, so we're going to immediately go into a second run. Yeah. Thank you very much, and we will be back in just a moment. Not a bad run if I do say so myself. Take a moment to savor the victory screen. And now it's time to come in for a second one. This one will, of course, be melee focused, which means that we go with the usual. Dark Sage, that's not very inventive. You know what's not very inventive? Losing runs because you can't understand the power of something. So here's what we're going to do for this run. There we go. For our dash. See, we're going to be trying to keep it pretty aggressive, so I'm going to go... I'm either going Volt Tracer or Spike Track. I could go Air Burst. That's the thing, there aren't a lot of melee-focused dash attacks, so really hard to build around that. We're going to do that. Then I think we're going to go... Where is it? Where is it? There it is, Mach Stunner. And then for this, I was originally thinking Shearing Chain, but... Let's see. You know what? Let's just go with the original thought. Electric, Electric, Wind, Wind. That looks like a winning combination to me. Oh, look at that. We don't even have to wait for the retro floor plan. We can just take it and go. Happy Thanksgiving to me. Oh, and we just start immediately with Atlas, huh? Alright. Oh, whoops. Actually, that's not necessarily a bad thing, because this gives me a little bit more control over the battlefield when my primary attack methods are on cooldown. Yeah, baby. Alright. So I think it goes without saying that this run is going to have to be taken quite a bit more carefully than the previous one. Because the whole idea is to stun enemies and then get in there with high damage multiple hit attacks. Which means doing things like either keeping enemies stunned or just baiting out attacks and then going from there. Though admittedly, some of that kind of depends on that's a maybe. Hardest Prime, definitely useful. Like, honestly, this seems like it's probably the right idea. Blades of Ice and Fists of Thunder. Sounds like we're starting a prophecy. When the world is torn asunder, look for the one with blades of ice and fists of thunder. And the whole idea of like Hardest Prime is good, it counts as melee, so Dark Katana bonus is all around. Maybe the tiny crocodile hearts. I'm gonna grab it just because it will, in the long run, give me way more way more margin for error. That, and really early in the run like this is definitely the best time to grab it. Ow. See, now I feel I could really use is some cooldown reduction so I can get Mach Stunner going more reliably. I'm gonna say no to the combo gloves because it just throws off my groove. Oh, definitely want that. Alright, everything's looking pretty good so far. I don't really care about that. But it is a freebie, might as well. Alright, I'm not disappointed so far in how the run is going, but I could really use something to boost my base critical hit chance. Okay, so lots and lots of Arcana at my disposal now. Water, water everywhere, but not a drop to drink. Alright, so we're gonna do that. Boing. Axe! No. Alright, we're not doing a Gimli run. Alright, I think just for regular mobs, I want that. Owie. Yeah, that was a my bad scenario. There's nothing really here I want. Oh wow, Braces of the Beast actually did something for me there. I'm amazed. Alright, yeah, give me that. Hey, we found the boss room nice and early. And this is once again a friendly reminder that those rooms with all the spikes in the corner are hell. Never underestimate them. Wait for Mock Stunner. Alright, well, we could definitely use a healing potion about now. Oh, speaking of which. Ugh. And what was this again? Oh yeah, nothing I cared about. Alright, well that was pretty much all my money. So hopefully we can find a way to earn some more really fast. I have no means by which to evade, so that doesn't really help. Yeah, we can't be taking that amount of damage. Owie. Yes, I am a little quiet during this second run because this is very much something that puts me out of my comfort zone, and I'm trying not to lose. Ugh. Interesting, but not quite what I want. Ugh, so many things that I would like to have right now, but I'm just not finding them. Okay, I would really like that Mach Stunner upgrade now, though. Also, the Cardus Prime upgrade would really be good. Not to mention something that's going to help me boost my critical hit chance. Yeah, this run feels a little cursed, not gonna lie. But that might help. Because it's not like we haven't found good things, but we haven't really found anything that's making this run really pop. Like, the Arcana have been fine. Oops. Oh, crap. Oh, boy. Maybe I should have taken Frost Feint. Wow, I don't even get a chance to think. Okay. Wow, just no upgrades for the spells I really need upgrades to. It's just, here, take this and shut up. Ugh, okay, well I need that, unfortunately. And I figure more maximum health is not going to help at the moment. Nope. You're still up? Christ, go away. Having enough trouble as is. Like, in hindsight, the tiny crocodile heart probably wasn't even that helpful, but... Ugh. After playing so many other games where dashing gives you invulnerability frames, coming back to this one and just getting pounded for trying to dash is not making my day any easier. Not helpful. Nothing has been helpful. This is a very difficult run, if you can't tell. That's the thing, I found plenty of things that are good in other contexts, but in this context, not so much. Then again, that is kind of the whole point of a roguelite game, is sometimes you get miracle runs, and sometimes you get just full-on trash. Yeah, the evidence is stacking up to this one possibly being a failure. Ugh. Come on, game. Play nice. Boy, he got really quiet. This run must be kicking his butt. Yeah, I do apologize. The first run that I did, definitely much more within my comfort zone. This run, definitely trying. It's not helping that the things that I really need upgraded, I'm not getting upgraded. And I'm not just talking about my... Not just talking about my Arcana, I'm also talking, like, you know, my critical hit chance, or, like, even small damage boost would be nice. Alright, so let's... see if we can't get a lucky drop off of the supply crate. That's cheapy. Yeah, not really. And even if I do buy another relic, there's no guarantee I can afford anything else. Let's real quick see... Okay, the sturdy wooden easel would be helpful. That, not so much. I say would be because, unfortunately, there's no way I can afford it. Okay. Alright, Miss Freya. Let's do this. And there we go. Campfires. No thanks. Here's the thing, though. In my time experimenting with different spells, I've come to realize that I don't necessarily hate the campfires like I used to. This is another one of those Arcana that benefited heavily from the Phantom update. Okay. Oh, now we get the vampire's eyeglasses. Okay, yeah, thanks. Like, this could have shown up so much earlier and it would have saved my ass. Oh well, no reason not to pick it up. Owie. You know what? That's okay. Owie. No, stop. Okay, there, we did it. Holy crap. Okay, that second one was definitely a little bit rough. And with very little support. At least relic-wise. Spell-wise, we kind of hit the jackpot, but relic-wise, oof, I don't know. But that is part of what I like about Wizard of Legend is it is a game that heavily rewards highly skilled play. It's where luck and skill can really come together to show what a real Wizard of Legend looks like. And you know what? I'm totally happy with that. So, that having been said, everyone, thank you guys very much for coming and supporting my work. You are the actual MVPs of this channel. Without you guys, I ain't shit. So thank you very much for coming and supporting my work. I hope you have a beautiful holiday today. Thanksgiving is about giving thanks and being grateful for the things that you have, and I feel grateful that I've cultivated a small but very loyal and appreciative audience. You guys are the best, and I hope to continue to be able to do this for you guys for a long time to come. So, thank you. I wish you all a happy, beautiful Thanksgiving Day, and I will see you in the next one. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and take care, everybody.